Yes, people, welcome back to another video, Never a Foul. And we are talking about the mystery winger of the Premier League, the one that's in everyone's mouths on Twitter after every game, positive or negative, scapegoated or not. It's Jadon Sancho. It's Chelsea's Jadon Sancho, formerly of Manchester United, formerly of Borussia Dortmund. Like and subscribe because I think it's about time that me, who I feel is a balanced football fan, me who has seen Jadon Sancho at Manchester United, me who has seen Jadon Sancho at Dortmund, me who has seen Jadon Sancho at Chelsea, same as a lot of you guys. The truth for me is we've got to have a real conversation about Jadon Sancho because I don't feel that Jadon Sancho is cut out for the Premier League. I've felt this for a while. I've given him the benefit of the doubt. But I think it's now time that we can admit that we've seen a large sample of Jadon Sancho to come to an agreement that maybe Man United getting 25 million for Sancho is a nice little deal at the end of it. Because what he's providing for Chelsea right now with the inconsistency in performances and that dynamicness, the athleticism, the drive, I'm sorry, it's not good enough. And right now, we can talk about Chelsea as a collective before we just dive into Sancho. Chelsea are in a form right now where they've won 2 in 10 games. 2 wins in 10 games from 6 weeks ago or 8 weeks ago being in a title race, which I said to people was premature. I tried to warn people on Never a Foul or whether I was on Saeed TV or my own channel. I said, look, guys, Chelsea are exceeding their expectations. The clear plan for Chelsea at the start of the season under Maresca was top four and maybe win a domestic cup or win the Conference League, which they should be winning. That's fine. That would show that Maresca's come in with a plan. He's got all players contributing. He's got players growing, individuals getting better, and he can then kick on next season once they maybe go and get a striker, once they maybe go and get another winger, once they maybe go and get another fullback potentially. You look at Chelsea now, and from that 6 to 8 weeks ago to what they're doing now with 2 wins in 10 games, you're now questioning whether Chelsea are going to be getting their aspirations at the end of the season, which is getting a domestic trophy. They're out the FA Cup, they're out the Carabao now, so that can't happen. Conference League is left. Whether they now get top four, because top four is a question mark right now. You've got Man City that are growing. You've got Nottingham Forest that are above them at the moment and extending their point gap. You've got Liverpool and Arsenal that are definitely going to be finishing in the top four this season. You've then got Bournemouth, Newcastle, and then teams now catching up with Chelsea. And yeah, Bournemouth haven't got the squad that Chelsea have, or maybe the individual quality, but they've got a very good team that are playing well at the moment. Newcastle, we know Newcastle can get the fans behind them. They can get the results. They've got Alexander Isaac. They've got Gordon. They've got a strong midfield in Tonali, Joe Linton, and Guimaraes that can make a difference. Chelsea, I'm looking at them and thinking, where are their difference makers? Where are their game changers? No Nicholas Jackson. Nkunku, the replacement's not good enough. Gui's injured. That's their strikers. You got the winger situation. Noddy Madueke's just gone off of a hamstring injury. He's very inconsistent. Pedro Neto's not found the form that made him such a highlight at Wolves. And Jadon Sancho there, who's doing tippy tap tap, doesn't want to take on his man. Trying to do the little 1-2 give and goes. This isn't a Bundesliga, Jadon. This isn't Europe. I've always said Jadon Sancho, for me, is a player that is suited to European football. He could go with La Liga. He can go to Barcelona. He could go to, I'll say Barcelona. He could go to there and shine because the football, the technical side of the game, the more time on the ball, the give and goes, the 1-2s, it worked for Jadon Sancho. I'm not coming here to make this video now and say, look, Jadon Sancho's crap. But I have Sancho doubts in the Premier League. He's come through that Manchester City system, and sometimes Manchester City players thrive at Manchester City. If they go somewhere else, they might not thrive because of the way City play their football. Jadon Sancho at Manchester United. Let's talk about it. Jadon Sancho moved to Manchester United, right, after playing at Dortmund. 2019-20 season for Jadon Sancho, 32 games in the Bundesliga, by the way. 17 goals, 16 assists. That's what he was doing for Dortmund in the Bundesliga. A brilliant season. Those numbers were probably one of the best in Europe, if not the best, for an attacking wide man. You're thinking, okay, this is a real player that is now going to the top. The year before that, 18-19, 12 goals, 14 assists. So he's shown that in 2 seasons in a row, he's got 25 goal contributions in the Bundesliga. That would make any team in Europe stand up. Man United, who wanted him and got them. You got Real Madrid, you had Barcelona, you had Liverpool looking at him, you had Arsenal potentially there. Chelsea were interested. You had teams that were interested on top of the world of football. Big names, big clubs. He went to Man United. And this is where the fall-off began, because I went to his debut, which was Cristiano Ronaldo's debut as well, where we won 4-1 against Newcastle. Jadon Sancho for Man United, 3 goals, 3 assists, 29 games. Second season, 6 goals, 3 assists. They're nothing on the numbers that he was doing at Dortmund. So this is not me coming at Jadon Sancho and saying, oh, this is just because of Chelsea. No, I've watched Jadon Sancho at Manchester United, right? And straight away, I had doubts because I was like, he lacks that intensity that a lot of players need in the Premier League. He lacks taking on his players 1v1. And I don't mean 1v1 when you're just right on the touchline, you've got to do a quick shimmy. No, I'm talking about when you're in between the final third and the halfway line and you've got the ball and it's like, right, can you take on your man? Can you run past your man? He can't do that. He's not quick enough. He's not quick enough to have the impact to take on a player 1v1. He doesn't have that drive. He doesn't have that sort of that commitment in terms of if it's not working for me, if I was a player and it's not working for me taking on a player 1v1, I would at least be trying to put 110% on that pitch to show that I'm still there. I'm still trying to make a difference. Like I don't really rate him that highly, but you look at, Trossard for Arsenal. He always tries. He's a trier. He would keep putting himself about on the pitch, trying different things to just try and make a difference, even if it's working or not. I just feel like Jadon Sancho, he needs more to his game than the stop-start, the tippy-tap. At the end of the day, if you go to Barcelona, you get the give and goes and you get the 1-2s. It will work for Jadon Sancho. He will look better across Europe. But in the Premier League, I don't think he's suited. And we're talking now 2 seasons at Man United. He's now been at Chelsea, 19 games, 2 goals, 4 assists. But it's not even just, I'm not a numbers man for me. I don't care if a player's not really contributing. But at least give me something in terms of performances that I can say, right, do you know what? You're not getting the GA, but you are contributing to this team. You're making a difference. And look, the same could be said about Madueke and Pedro Neto. Chelsea's wingers in general are not good enough right now. This is not just the Sancho cooking. This could be the Chelsea cooking. Chelsea need a number 9 in the summer if you're going to be trying to compete for the Premier League title and getting improvements out of your team. And you need wingers. Because Madueke is another inconsistent player for Chelsea. Played for PSV, come through the Tottenham ranks. Is he really the guy that you think is going to set the world alight and get you big numbers? No. Is Jadon Sancho? We've already seen that in the Premier League. This is his 3rd season now. Different managers. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Erik ten Hag, Maresca. He can't perform consistently because the style of the Premier League is too hustle and bustle. It's too fast. It's too physical for him. I don't think he can do it. And Pedro Neto, we know a player that has done it in the Premier League for Wolves, but then he has injuries. So Sancho, I have doubts about you, and I don't think you're ever going to make it in the Premier League to the level that people thought you would when you signed for Man United. And that's just my opinion. And if you don't like it, guys, I don't mind. And if you do like it, then maybe you're thinking about time someone's actually talking about it. Because look, I wanted Jadon Sancho to succeed at Man United. There's nothing better than seeing an English talent come from the Bundesliga after the numbers he put up, and Man United were crying out for something in the final third, and seeing Jadon Sancho light it up, become one of the England regulars on that wing. Make him an undroppable for Man United. But Jadon Sancho, you showed us glimpses, you showed us moments, but you couldn't really take Rashford out the side. Then you're playing on the right-hand side and showing us little moments, but there was never consistency. And this is the thing about me with players. If you want to be to the top bracket of your game, show me a level of consistency. Jadon Sancho hasn't done that. And I don't think he will do that. And look, could you say the manager could get more out of him? Is it maybe the manager's tactics? I don't think it is. Jadon Sancho gets time on the ball. He gets opportunities to take on his man. He gets opportunities in the final third. I think one thing he lacks is bravery as well. I don't think he shoots enough. I don't think he backs his ability to get more goals like he did at Dortmund. He's always looking for that final pass or the simple pass, like he's a bit safe at times. I just think, look, for me, if you're an £80 million player that you went to Manchester United and you're this next big thing that you weren't to be 2-3 years ago, I'm sorry, but you need to be showing more than what you have been doing in the last 3 years. And it's just a conversation that, look, Jadon Sancho, will he be at Chelsea in maybe a year or two time, or will he be back in Europe? For me, Jadon Sancho, get yourself back in Europe. Get yourself back in Europe where you can play the football you want to play. You get more time on the ball, less pressure as well. Because when you come to the Premier League, as people have found out, the pressure is mad. It's different. All eyes are on you. All eyes are on you. And maybe it is too much for Jadon Sancho. Maybe he wants to be in a calmer atmosphere. Maybe he wants to be more chilled where he's not in the headlines. Not many people are watching every single step he makes. Because we're watching every single step he makes. And every single step he makes at the moment is sideways. If not, it's regressing. He's not getting better. He's not improving. Chelsea as a whole are in a lump anyway because they're 2 in 10. I'm sorry, man, but we got to speak on Jadon Sancho because for what people were gassing up, a couple little nutmegs against Crystal Palace and stuff. Is this what we've got to? A little nutmeg against Crystal Palace and all of a sudden Jadon Sancho's back. Come on, man. We can do better here. We've watched football. People my age as well that have grown up from watching it in the early 2000s to now. Come on, man. The wingers we've seen in the Premier League. The ones that have been hyped up, that have delivered time after time. Not good enough. Not good enough. And I'm sorry, Jadon Sancho, you massively have to pick it up. Otherwise, Chelsea fans are going to be onto you very, very quickly. I'm starting to see some turn a little bit now already. Starting to see the way he carries himself and the way he doesn't impact games and the tippy tap stuff. They need more. They need intensity. They need to see hard running. They need to see something from you, Jadon, and it's on you to bring it out yourself. The only person that can look in his mirror and change it is you, Jadon. That's the only thing that you can do right now. Change the minds of me, change the minds of footballing people, and get yourself back enjoying it. And make a difference to Chelsea, who want to be finishing in the top 4 this season. Because right now, I don't think they will. Guys, like this video, subscribe, get your comments in. It's never a foul. You know where we're at every time. And I'll leave it there.